Skugog Arena. It's the minor Pee AA Toros taking on the North Durham Warriors. Face off at center. It's going to get picked up there by Scott. He gets it into the zone. You can start to see into the end now. Scott slides it in behind the net. Davidson's on him trying to hold that puck in behind the goal. Picked up by Howard as he comes out of the zone. Aiden Howard with a pass up there center for Connor Cole. Coming up into the zone trying to shoot the puck. Goes in behind the net. Try to set it in front. Aiden Howard, a quick shot. Let's go! Cole open up the scoring. As Aiden Howard has one of the net snapped away. They might not have been able to get through the log, but the Toros take a 1-0 lead. Howard puts the Toros on the board. Into the zone comes Cameron Ryan at the blue line. Cameron Ryan loses the puck there. Coming up there center now is number 42 for North Durham. Coming up into the zone. In over the blue line now. Trying to take the shot. Takes it behind the net and tries to shove from the side. Stopped there by Galton. Stopped in behind the goal for number 42. Rings it around the board. That's trying to get kept in by number 4. His shot got blocked. Up comes Parker Ruzler with a loose puck. Ruzler from center gets it up into the zone. Stops there at the line. Tried to tip it back in. And it gets taken away there by Gage Ford at center. Over to the other side for the Toros Sierra. Chip back in. That's going to roll right in on goal and behind the net. Once again, the Toros have opened up the scoring not even a minute in. It was Aiden Howard with his first of the year to make it 1-0. In behind the goal goes Hazelton. Hazelton tried for lead pass. Picked out there. Quick shot. And it's got stopped there by Galton with a loose puck. Out in front, but taken away by the Toros. Thoreau coming up with the loose puck. Thoreau chips it up over the blue line, going up there with Hannon. Hopefully the view in this arena is going to improve as the game keeps going on. As it's puck there in the corner, trying to dig it free. Hazelton tries to hold it in at the line and couldn't do that. Toros just chip it back in. Number 19, 2K, takes it back in his own end. 2K, loses it to Pro. Taylor tries to step up on a shot. That's taken off his stick. Back comes North Durham, back up the other way with a lead pass. That lead pass was out of the tape of Bartlett, so it goes into the corner. Digging on that loose puck, trying to get it out. There's Hazelton, getting it up there for Cameron Ryan, but his pass is too far past him as it goes into the corner. Around the boards it goes for Hall. Hall lost the puck to Connor Cole, who falls down. 2K tries for a backhand, taken away by the Toros and fired back all the way down the ice. Howard's the first one on that loose puck in behind the goal. North Durham come up with a loose puck, come up through center. That's going to get taken off the stick. Nice play there by Laird to come into the zone. He's got some nice moves. He showed that off in the exhibition play. This one, he takes off all the way to the goal, but Dalton was able to keep it out. Still in front of the net for Laird there in front of the net, and they missed him. In behind the goal goes Davidson. James Davidson tried to chip it out. Quick shot, and that's going to get gobbled up by Drew Dalton for a face-off. North Durham won the draw, the offensive draw. Barnett tried to keep it in. Couldn't do that. Cameron Ryan has it to be on the net for Thomas Menko now. Menko rings it around the board. Tried to chip that puck out at the line. Tapped in there by Lewis, though. Lewis throws it at the net, taken away by Davidson. Trying to get out of his puck is Ruzler. He tried to get it before Barnett, but Barnett was able to hold the line. Getting some help with Lewis. And Brown tried to come in there as well. Nice defensive play by number 42 to hold the blue line, keep it in, but only for a minute. Barnett has to go back there to retrieve it. He'll let the other defenseman take it. Back pass for Burnett and behind the goal. Starting it up through center is Lewis. Lewis got up there with number 42 and his shot went in wide as he went off on a line change. Toros trying to catch them on that line change. Parker Ruzler with a pass. Got it over there for Sabrizi, who chips it into the zone and goes off. North Durham picking it out of their own with a lead pass. Nice pass right under the tip of Miranda getting into the zone. Miranda with a drop pass as it got chipped into the zone by Hall. Here come the Toros into the zone. Perot up through center. Going up there with Trent Taylor. He gets taken down. No penalty. Back in behind the net. Number 27 trying to start something and get away. Miranda tried to get it out. So a big loose puck coming up with it is QK. QK coming into the Toro zone. Right pad stop there from Drew Doughton. Cleared down the ice. Number 27 in his own end. Elliott. Nice pass over there for QK. QK coming into the zone with Miranda. Tried to find him now. Picked off. Here comes Jack Hannon at center. Hannon coming into the zone. Had it stripped off his stick. Back up the other way they come. All the way in there with Victor. Dropped it for Laird, but it was offside. But the next move by Laird, but it won too many and it comes in offside. Draw right here in front of us. It'll be Connor Cole taking it and wins it. Back to the line for Davidson. Menko tried to pick it up there for Connor Cole, who chips it up there for Jackman, getting into the zone. Getting in over the blue line now, trying to escape the defender. Lost it in behind the goal. Pros only have one shot, I believe, but it's the only one that counts right now. Aiden Howard opened up the scoring. Scott picks it up at the blue line. Takes a shot. Stopped there by Golden, and he's going to allow no rebound as he hops on it in the blue paint. Face off to the left of Golden. Menko fires it around. Trying to get it with Sabrizi to get it past the line of Elliott. It does come out over the line right there at the Toros bench. And we're going to get a whistle as a scrimmage out in front. Nobody could come out with that loose puck. Get another draw in front of the Toros bench. Cam Ryan will take it. Versus Lewis, and he wins it. Chips it out. Knocked down by Elliott. Elliott had a hard time firing it into the zone. Now he does. Knocked down there by Menko. Menko's pass over to the other side, trying to chip it out. 3:25 left to go here in period number 1. 1-0 Toros. Lewis lost it there to Brown. Cameron Ryan gets the loose puck, trying to get around Inferneri for an opportunity. Gets into the zone now. Rowe on goal. First stop there from Streeter as he steered that one aside. Chip right in behind the goal. Davidson tries to hold the blue line and keep it in there. Cameron Ryan trying to get to the loose puck. Ryan still trying to keep it in there. Now comes free. Up into the zone comes Brown. Stays onside. Brown takes a shot. Stopped there by Golden as he was able to stand tall and catch it in the glove for a face-off. QK taking the offensive draw and wins it. But it goes in behind the net though. Gage Ford. Touch it on, fires it around. Barnett tries to hold the blue line. Toros get it. Trent Taylor chips it out. There's number 4 ringing it around the board. And comes into the zone comes Miranda trying to do something with the loose puck. Miranda digging on it, trying to get it free out of that corner. Barnett holds the blue line. Gets it over to the other side, and it's play by number 4, Barry, but here comes Perot with a backhand. Nice play by Nicholas Perot to get away from the check and backhanded in on goal, but still stayed out. Sear takes a slap shot, thrown at the goal, stopped there by Streeter as he holds it for a face-off. Draw coming off to the left of the North Durham goal. They pass up through center. Coming up into the zone with Scott, who lost it. And now Victor tries to get on the loose puck along with Scott. Scott gets free, tries to walk it in front, comes around the net for a wraparound, and he didn't have the finishing touch to finish it off. Taylor trying to get to the loose puck, kept in at the line, and a quick shot that didn't make its way through as it got blocked there out in front of the goal by Gates Ford. Perot tried to chip it out up there for Taylor. Somebody lost their stick. It was number 16, Fisher. Taylor. Throwing a loose puck. Tried to find Hannon with it. And it's offside. 1:09 left to go here in period number 1. Aiden Howard tried to get to the loose puck. Now he's going to get it and chip it in, but it's offside. So we'll get another draw just inside the line with 1:03 left. Connor Cole wins it. Nice play to beat Lewis. Chips it up there for Howard. Aiden Howard into the zone. Nice pass over to the other side as he tried to find Cole, but the pass was in his skates, and back up the other way they come. Led into the zone by Brown and tried to shoot it. Now it gets shot. Blocker save. Brown looks for the rebound. There's not going to be one as Dalton covers it up. Face-off now won by North Durham and chipped in behind the net. Back there is Ethan Maddox trying to get it out. Maddox got it up there. Pass the man. Barnett's got to go back there to get it. Barnett's hurrying as fast as he can. He's got Aiden Howard all over him. Howard fell down and behind the goal. Might have got taken down by Burnett. Davidson takes his time, but he turns it over there to Miranda. Coupe trying to get into the zone. Tried to get Miranda on a shot, taken away by Howard. Aiden Howard trying to get around the check there at Barnett, but he got stood up there before he could get into the zone. And there goes the buzzer. Time period number 1. The Toros opened up the scoring early, not even a minute in. Aiden Howard made it 1-0, and that's where we stand to go to the second period. Cameron Ryan starts the face-off to start period number 2. Pitchman draw against Laird, won by Cameron Ryan. Davidson back in his own end. Tried to lose it there. Goes in behind the net for Fisher as he tries to get it free. Around the boards it goes. Toros get it. Sabrizi trying to get away from McCoy. That didn't work. Here comes Scott into the zone. Scott getting around the check of Davidson, trying to stuff it in. Big stop there from Dalton at the side of the net. Tapped in at the line though by Inferneri. Over there from McCoy, who dumps it in behind the Toros net for Laird. Trying to throw it at her front. Backward shot went wide. They're digging away at the rebound. Gets found there by the Toros as they tried the wraparound. That didn't convert. Tapped in by McCoy. Takes the shot. Blocked there by Davidson. Loose puck in front that the Toros are going to get away with. Here comes Sabrizi up at their center. Nice play to fire it all the way back down. Goes off on a line change. Brown in behind his own net. Starts it out. Tapped in by Taylor. Trent Taylor over there at the side. Gets mugged on. Toros get the loose puck with Hanning. As she comes away with a loose puck. Laird going with it. Gets it over there for Fisher. Fisher with a nice pass. And a nice breakout pass for Scott, trying to get into the zone past Gates Ford. Scott puts the brakes on. Gets it back for Barnett, trying to get a shot through a screen. Didn't like the way he was going to shoot it. Gets it over there for Barry, who takes a shot. Stopped there by Dalton. There's a rebound out of front. The Toros are trying to find it, and it doesn't get poked into the net, as it got swept away before they could get a shot on goal on the rebound. Laird trying to wrap it around out of front. Stopped there by Dalton, who is up against the post to make the stop. Another draw off to the Toros goal. Scott tried to jam it in. Got stopped there by Dalton though. We're going to get our first penalty of the game. It's going to go to North Durham as Dalton sprints off to the bench for the extra attacker. It's not going to matter. There's a touch of the puck by North Durham. Toros will go to the power play as it's going to be number 42, Kortsigi, who goes to the box for North Durham. Now it's going to be a draw off to the left. The Toros look for some insurance, leading this one 1-0. The only goal scorer was Aiden Howard in the first period. As they try and win that draw, but it's possession going to North Durham. Barnett tries to clear it out, kept in by Maddox. Maddox back down low for Perot, trying to walk it out of front. And a nice move to walk it out front. Stopped it by Streeter. Rebound scores! Nicholas Perot with the first one will take it. The second one will, and the third up on his own rebound. That makes it 2-0 in the power play goal. Streeter made the first save off Nicholas Perot, but couldn't control the rebound, and Perot pounced on it and makes it 2-0 for the Toros. Howard trying to pick it up. Coming up into the zone now is Miranda into the zone. Shot, got blocked. Another shot there from number 17, didn't make it to the net, that was Hall. Here come the Toros up through center. Cutter Cole trying to get around McCoy, drops it back for Jackman. Logan Jackman with a backhand into the corner. McCoy will take it back there for North Durham. And there's Miranda with the loose puck. Throws it out of front, and that was a dangerous play. As there was no Toro out of front, they might have been able to capitalize on that turnover in behind the net. McCoy getting pinned there in the corner, and we're going to get a whistle. Toros win that big draw. Sabrizi backhands it into the corner. Stuck in behind the net, trying to fire it around. Davidson's going to be there to keep it in. Dump it down low there for Ruzler, who couldn't take it to the net. Turned over to Sabrizi, taking a shot. Stopped there by Streeter with a left pad stop. As Sabrizi got that quick release away. Here comes Scott getting on the loose puck. Scott's on his own. Stopped there by Gordon with a huge stop. He stopped Scott point blank as Scott tried to put North Durham on the board, but Drew Gordon was having none of that right there. It stays at 2-0 for the Toros, and we're going to get a penalty in behind the net for boarding. So now North Durham get to enjoy their first power play. Gage Ford takes it in behind his own net. Trying to ring it around the boards. Going to get kept in there by McCoy, who tips it out. Rolls all the way down the ice in behind the net where Inferneri is going to get it. Inferneri with a lead pass. Tried to find Scott, went over his skate. Toros get it, fire it back in and kill some time on this North Durham Warriors power play. McCoy gets pressured on there by Taylor with a nice move, trying something short-handed. Taylor couldn't cut his way to the net. Takes it in behind the goal, getting outmanned by 3 North Durham Warriors, but still has it in behind the net. The tough player to get the puck knocked off of. Quick shot from Sear. Stopped there with a right pad of Streeter from the line. Here comes Scott up through center. Scott coming in over the blue line. Taking a shot. Blocker stop there from Golden. Rebound out of front. They're trying to poke it in at the side of the net. Couple whacks away at it, and that one's going to go wide of the net. The Toros catch a break. Inferneri gets it in at the blue line. His shot gets blocked though. North Durham putting pressure on, but we're going to get a penalty coming up. And it's going to be going to North Durham, so we will play 4-on-4 hockey for 45 seconds, and then the Toros will get a power play for 1:15. It's Laird that goes to the box for tripping. It evens things up at 4-on-4. Here comes the Toros up through center. Sabrizi tried to split the D, and he fell down before he could go. Up through center they come with Brown. Brown and Lewis, that pass was out of the reach of Lewis as he tried to get it into the zone. Barnett, Barry rolls it in on net, and a big stop there from Dalton easily as he holds it for another draw coming off to the right of him. Lewis will take the draw in the offensive zone for North Durham. Taking it versus Sabrizi, who wins it. Now a late pass out of the reach of Jack Cannon down the ice and behind the goal for icing. So it comes back into the Toros and Scott takes the draw. It gets won there again by Sabrizi. Another defensive win. 2 for 2 on the defensive draws for Ben Sabrizi. Around the boards it goes, trying to come up their center. Taken off his stick as Hannon overstays the puck. Here comes number 42 into the zone. Trying to do all he can to get around Sabrizi. Takes it in behind the net. The Hazelton's on him now. Throwing out in front. That finds the Toro out in front of the goal. Sabrizi tries to chip it away. And here comes Ben Sabrizi into the zone. Sabrizi. Shot. Stopped there by Streeter. Hannon has it. Throws it out in front. That pass misses everybody. Hannon gets it in the corner. Throws it out in front. Tried to find Sabrizi. Sabrizi will take the ricochet off the board. Now it's a Toros power play. Goes back to the line for Maddox. Maddox shot. Couldn't get it out. Nice play by Maddox to hold the blue line shot. Wide of the net. Takes it bounce. Throws it in front. Stopped there by Streeter. And he made a big stop there. It looked like he was looking the wrong way, but somehow he kept that left pad up against the post and kept this game at 2-0. Cole's going to take the offensive draw. He wins it. Getting it over there in the corner is Jackman. Logan Jackman trying to spin away. Getting some help with Cole. Connor Cole gets it for Jackman. Tripped up. And fired down the ice. Not going to be an icing call. Still 10 seconds on the power play as Laird is still in the box for 10 more seconds. Toros get it out of their own end with a lead pass. Out of the reach of Cole. And now North Durham are back to full strength. Laird's penalty's over. Barnett got pressure on by Connor Cole trying to get the puck free. Got it back to the line for Davidson with a quick shot. Didn't make its way through a screen as Hall blocked that. Toros keep it in the zone with Aiden Howard. Backhanding it back in behind the net. There's Barry back there. Chipping it over for Hall around the boards. Hall got knocked off his skates. Another backhand to try and get it out. Toros still remaining in the North Durham end. Kept in behind the net. There's Barry in behind the goal. For Miranda. Miranda fires it all the way down the ice. Doesn't hit anybody. That should go for an icing call. No icing on the play though. Might have hit a Toro out in front then before it went in behind the net. QK on the loose puck. Trying to do his magic in behind the goal. Miranda's back there as well. Miranda throws it out in front for QK. It was over his stick. Cameron Ryan gets the loose puck. Fires it around. Barry kept it in at the blue line. Around the boards for Hall. Hall throws it out in front. Nobody there. Kept in at the blue line though by Inferneri. Inferneri chips it for Miranda and behind the net. Miranda is going to find QK. He tries for the bank pass out in front. Got steered aside by Dalton. Toros gets the loose puck with Jackman. Logan Jackman takes a shot. Stopped there by Streeter as it bounced in on goal as Jackman gets a shot on goal going off on a line change. Another draw coming off to the left of Streeter. Gets one by North Durham. McCoy takes it in behind the net. McCoy around there for Scott. Scott uses the boards to dump it down. And it looks like Fisher's trying to get to that loose puck. Fisher loses the race to Gage Ford though. Toros can't get it out of the zone. There's Laird trying to keep it in there. Knocked down by the Toros, trying to chip it out of the line. Held in at the blue line by Scott. Around comes Scott. He lost it as he was trying to pull it to his forehand. Around the boards, Inferneri holds it in at the blue line. Tried for turnaround shot. Stand on it. Toros get the loose puck trying to start a breakout. Here comes Sabrizi at center. Ben Sabrizi breaks on. Tries to see it from the face-off circle. Still control of the puck. Back for Sears. Slap shot. Tip. Wide of the net. Loose puck comes to North Durham. Lead pass for Laird. Laird takes it from the penalty box area and now comes up and over the blue line. Laird tried to get around Hazelton with some nice moves. Oh, and that was some nice moves by Cameron Ryan, but he lost it as he tried to get around the defense. Here's Sear trying with the loose puck. Sear dumps it in behind the net, goes off on a change. Inferneri will take the loose puck, but not before Trent Taylor. Taylor using his small size to get into the corner. Throw it out of front. And he tried to find Perot, but Perot was getting hooked up, and he lost it on his feet. Jack Hazelton back in his own end. Hazelton trying to get it out of the zone in the corner. Up with a loose puck, his hand and trying to get around a man. Perry lost it there at center. Into the zone comes Laird. Laird trying to take a shot. Stopped there by Golden as he was key up against him, and he made the stop, and Laird tried to go in for an extra shot on Golden and paid the price. So Laird goes to the box. Obviously it's going to be for going after Golden after he made the stop. So it's going to be 2 minutes for roughing after the whistle, I believe. So the Toros get the power play to try and take advantage of the undisciplined penalty there. Perot trying to get around the check of Brown. Perot coming up into the zone. Trying to get around Barry for a shot. Perot to toe drag through too many people. North Durham find the loose puck and dump it around. Bolton thought about coming out to stop it, but instead leaves it there for the defenseman. Captain at the line by Lewis. Toros get the loose puck. Up comes Trent Taylor with Perot and Hannon trying to start a 3-on-2 on this power play. Taylor breaks on, shot, stopped up by Streeter, and that was a shot that goes into the corner. Lewis tries to take his man down. Gets stuck in behind the net for Barnett. Barnett's going to use the boards. Captain by Menko. Slap shot. Stopped there by Streeter with a glove hand stop. And he's going to take no chances as he takes the face off in his own end. We've got 1 minute left to go on this Toros power play and 3:31 left to go in the second period. Connor Cole takes the offensive draw. He's going to take it against Scott. Cole wins the draw back for Menko. Menko dumps it in behind the net. Aiden Howard tries to do all he can to muscle his man in behind the goal. North Durham find the loose puck, held in at the line. Nice defensive play by James Davison to keep things alive in the North Durham end. Aiden Howard tries to get free there in the Scotiabank logo. Throws it in front as Jackman was on his legs and couldn't keep it in. Menko holds it in though. Tipped out of front. Stopped by Streeter as Jackman got a stick on that shot from Menko. And it almost changed direction on Streeter. Quick shot. Right pad stop there again from Streeter as the Toros are starting to turn up the pressure already with a 2-0 lead. Draw, won by Cole. Sear gets the loose puck. Almost stepped past him, but Hall couldn't go with the loose puck. Gage Ford slides in the zone. 10 seconds left on the penalty to Laird. Dumped out, knocked down by Gage Ford. He tried for a dump in and got knocked down by Hall, but couldn't go anywhere. Chiquet and Aiden Howard collided at center, and we're going to get a penalty on it. We've got to see who's going to get the penalty. It's going to be Aiden Howard who's going, as there was a collision at center, and the referee only takes Howard out of that. So it's going to be a North Durham penalty, North Durham power play, excuse me. Laird comes out of the box. 2 minutes and 31 seconds left on the clock. Chiquet will take the draw just there at the bench against Cameron Ryan with a nice defensive win. Ethan Maddox will take the loose puck in behind his own net. If North Durham want to get back in this game, they got to get one on the power play. Barnett shot tipped out of front, stopped there by Golden. There's a rebound at the front, and North Durham are trying to find it and couldn't sweep it in. Knocked down at the line by Barry. Barry's shot goes wide, and Golden is going to come out and stop the pressure, pounce on it for a face-off. Another draw off to the right. It's going to be Laird to take it for North Durham. Wins it back for Inferneri's shot to the left pad. Stop there. Rebound at the front, and they score at the side of the net. That was Scott at the side of the goal. He swept it in, and it's a power play goal that makes it 2-1. So it took 31 seconds to click on the power play as the first shot got stopped with a left pad of Dalton, but Scott was there to bang in the loose change out in front. Davidson takes it back in his own end. Trying to ring it around the boards and get it out in behind the net. And we're going to get a penalty call coming up here. And it's going to go to North Durham. And the culprit, I believe, is going to be Fisher, who's going to the box. And it's for hit from behind. Or cross check. It's only going to be 2 minutes, so I believe that was a cross-checking penalty to Fisher. So now the Toros get to enjoy a power play of their own and a chance to get their 2-goal lead back, but the referee is going to take a little break and go over to the linesman. So we'll take a break as well. Laird's going to the box. We'll stay right here with it as Laird goes to the box as well. It'll be a 5-on-3. I'm not sure why Laird got another penalty out of that, but the Toros are going to take the 2-man advantage though. Oh, it's not going to be a 2-man advantage. It's still 5-on-4, so maybe it was a 10-minute, and Laird has to serve the 2-minute penalty. Stuck in behind the net for Scott. Lewis takes it in behind the goal. Goes back to the line for Inferneri, who takes a shot. Stopped there by Dalton. They take the right pad out with ease. Sticks it into the corner with Menko. We have 1:27 left. Trying to get it out. Up there for Jack Cannon. Cannon couldn't go with the puck. It gets taken away by Lewis. Knocked down by Davidson in his own end. Lead pass for Hannon was out of his reach, or he might have been off to the races. He's still in there on that loose puck, not giving up. Jack Cannon finally lost it in behind the goal though. Fired around, kept in by Menko. Menko stripped it behind the goal for Perot. Getting some help with Cameron Ryan. Cameron Ryan, backhand shot. Goal! Cameron Ryan on the backhand. So Cameron Ryan gets on the score sheet. Power play goal makes it 3-1. Perfect timing. It's the last minute of play of period number 2. Up into the zone comes number 42. Loses it to Aiden Howard. Getting up into the zone is Connor Cole trying to tip it. Passing it in. Cole is just trying to kill off this second period. Barnett. Going nowhere. Connor Cole on the loose puck. Cole trying to slap it in on goal. Stopped there by Streeter with a nice glove hand save off Connor Cole. Connor Cole wins the draw. Back to the line for Ford. Shoots it at the net. Stopped there by Streeter with a right pad stop. Goes in behind the net for Barnett. Barnett starts it out. Tries to get around Aiden Howard and couldn't do it. Battle for the loose puck at the Toros bench. Stays right there. The Toros doing some great offensive back checking there. Making sure that puck stays in the North Durham end. Sear might get the final shot on goal. Couldn't hold it in at the line though. And he's trying to get the buzzer beater. Not going to happen. It looked like North Durham might have had a little bit of momentum when they scored on the power play to make it 2-1. But the Toros answer right back with a power play goal of their own and get the momentum right back with a goal from Cameron Ryan. 3-1 going to period number 3. So the line of Cameron Ryan, Parker Riesler, and Ben Tabrizi will start off. Period number 3 for the Toros, and the line of Scott. Duque and Fisher will start it off for North Durham. Stuck in behind the Toros net, or North Durham end, sorry. And behind the goal is McCoy. McCoy on that loose puck tries for a late pass up through center. Goes past everybody, rolling down the ice. Is it going to have enough for an icing? It's not going to be an icing call. It's Scott's going into the corner. Here's Riesler trying to get around Inferneri. Inferneri was able to hold the blue line and keep it in, only for a little bit as Riesler finds the loose puck. Tapped down there by Gage Ford. Takes it back in his own end. Ford gets pressured on by 2K. Spicker gets the loose puck, chips it back to the line, and a nice defensive play by Tipped that in front. That hit Spicker right in front of the net and went wide of the goal. Inferneri tried to keep it in. Nice chip pass. Here comes Cameron Ryan on the loose puck. Couldn't get around McCoy though. He got around Inferneri, but couldn't get around McCoy. Cameron Ryan still got that puck though, leading to an opportunity, but his shot got blocked. Takes it in behind the goal, throws it out of front. The pass was out of the reach. In the zone is Parker Rusler, backhanding it back in behind the net. Toros holding on to a 3-1 lead. Drew Galton has made some huge saves, including in the second period. You look back at the breakaway save he made off Scott when the Toros were only up 1-0 at that point. Rusler turned over there to Inferneri, who tries to move it up through center. They pass gets Kay, and Kay just chips it in behind the net. In behind the goal is Spicker. He's going to lose the puck in behind the goal to Connor Cole. Can't get it past Barnett at the blue line. Connor Cole's going to do that though. Fire it past Barnett down the ice. And it goes for an icing call. Another draw off to the left of Galton. Barnett from the blue line. Shot. Stopped there by Galton with a glove save. Back to the line for Barnett again. Taken away by Hannon, trying to get off into the zone. Couldn't get around. Barnett, Lewis takes it back in. Barnett trying to hold the blue line. Getting some help there with Lewis. Here comes Trent Taylor up into the end. Up there for Hannon, trying to get on the loose puck. Jack Hannon trying to get around into the zone. Chips it up through past Brown. Back in behind the goal. Trying to dig it free is Barnett in behind the net. Back North Durham up the other way. Lead pass for number 42. Comes up and over the blue line. Number 42 still on his feet, but Menko is able to push him off into the corner. Nice defensive play by Thomas Menko to push number 42 off to the side and make sure he didn't get that scoring opportunity away. Around the boards it goes for Hannon. Hannon picks it up at center. Coming up there with Perot, but Hannon's going to take it himself. Nice move, rolls it in on goal, wide of the net. But Hannon's got Perot at the front. Quick shot from Connor Cole, doesn't make it through to the net as he tried to score from the slot area. Gage forward. He's going to dump it back in. Cole getting on the loose puck along with Davidson. James Davidson loses past him. Here comes Inferneri. Inferneri tries to hold the toe drag, puts it in behind the net. Miranda tries to keep it in there. Miranda working on the loose puck, trying to get it out of front. Turned over to the Toros, number 91, Aiden Howard. Has a goal in the game. He opened up the scoring, not even a minute in the first period. Howard takes it in behind the net now. Around the boards for Sear. Connor Sear gets taken into the boards. McCoy takes it back in behind the net. Fans on a pass as Miranda tried for a lead pass and fanned on it, and the Toros bring it in offside. We'll get a whistle for another face-off. Face-off gets won by North Durham in their own zone. Sear picks it up on the penalty box area, rings it back in, but it got blocked there on that clearing attempt. Still stays stuck there at the penalty box. Toros get the loose puck with Connor Sear trying to fight on that loose puck at the North Durham bench. Comes free over to the other side for Scott. Scott's got the only North Durham goal. This one he's going to spin off, try and take a shot. Hit Gage forward at a Frank Kay gets the loose puck. Throws there for Scott with a shot. And Drew Galton was level up against to make the stop. Here comes Jackman. Logan Jackman tips it around Barnett. Follows the puck into the corner. Jackman doing some hard work in the corner. Gets taken down. Still fighting for that loose puck though. Jackman and Cameron Ryan working on Barnett in the corner. Out front, backhand shot from Cameron Ryan. Got blocked before it hit Streeter in the North Durham end. Here comes Scott. Somebody's missing a stick. Scott takes a shot, hits a stick out in front and goes high over the net. Jack Hazelton. We're under 10 minutes left to go here in the third now. Ben Sabrizi around a couple of checks. taking this from his own end. Sabrizi! Stop! Rebound score! And the Toros make it 4-1. Cameron Ryan banks it in. Banks it in. He did all the work in his individual effort. Made him all the way from his own end. It was a right hand stop from Streeter, but Cam Ryan got an early Christmas present sitting right there in front of him, and he poked it in to make it 4-1. Cam Ryan wins the draw. Maddox fires it around the boards. Cam Ryan's got 2 goals in the game now. Chipped in around the net. Comes an opportunity here for number 6 Brown. Loses it to Cameron Ryan in the own end. Cameron Ryan out there for the hat trick. This one he's going to pass off for Parker Rusler. Rusler comes up and over the blue line. Dumps it into the corner. First one back there, trying to get on the loose puck is McCoy. And McCoy's going to lose it there to the Toros. Hannon tries to find it. Hannon tried to go after the races, but lost the puck as he tried to chip it past the defender. Menko takes it back in his own end. Having some company back there, trying for a wraparound. Stopped there by Golden with a left pass stop. And he's going to make sure that nobody's going to jam it in there at the side. As North Durham tried for the wraparound, but was not fooling Galton there on that opportunity. He's going to keep his pad there for a draw, coming off to the left. PK will take the offensive draw against Trent Taylor. PK wins the draw back to the line. We're getting a penalty coming up. It's going to be an interference penalty coming up here to North Durham. And the Toros already have 2 power play goals in the game. They're going to look for their third when we come back. QK that goes for interference. It'll be a draw just at the Toros bench. One by Nicholas Burrow coming up into the zone. Taken down there by Hall. Big opportunity here for Taylor to chip it in. Trent Taylor tried to throw it out of front. The collision in behind the goal. Taylor makes his way back to his feet. Tries to throw it out in front. Makes a pass back there for Davidson, who comes in now. James Davidson chips it in around the boards. Burrow tried to keep it in there. Here comes Hall on the loose puck, dumps it down right here at center, taken away by Davidson. Here comes Hannon on the loose puck. Jack Hannon with some speed as he tried to use that speed to take it to the net, but lost the puck. Still on the North Durham end. Taylor fighting on it in the corner. Still a battle on that loose puck as Barnett's trying to fall on it for a face-off, but the Toros aren't having any of it. Back to the line for Davidson, was over his skate. And here comes Hall, short-handed. Hall's taking it to the net, short-handed. Stopped there by Galton with a left pad stop as he stops Hall and denies that short-handed opportunity. Injury timeout's over as Hall injured himself as he slid into the boards after that short-handed opportunity. 45 seconds left on the power play. Scott trying to get away from Gage Ford. Lost it to Connor Sear. Sear starts it from his own end. Late pass up there for Cole with a nice breakout pass from Sear. Connor Cole tried to drop it for Jackman. Cole with a turnaround shot. Doesn't make it through to the net. Finding out his puck is Scott with a pass over to the other side. Laird couldn't get away as it got tipped off his stick. Scott throws it out there for Laird, taken away by Ford. Trying to chip it away is Connor Sear. Couldn't get it by it past Aiden Howard. Laird gets the loose puck. Laird fires it. Stopped there by Golden as he was up against the post and made sure that that one went right off the crest area. Howard trying to Get that puck away. Right here in front of us. Comes free, knocked down by McCoy. McCoy dumps it back in. He tries to find Fisker. 5:50 left to go here in the game. 4-1 Toros. 2 from Cameron Ryan, 1 from Aiden Howard, and 1 from Nicholas Perot. As that one comes in offside. Face off, it's just inside the North Durham end. Gets won by Lewis. Goes back in behind the net. An opportunity here for Barnett to clear it out. He gets it up there for number 42. He sweeps it out. Knocked down by Maddox. Ethan Maddox over to the other side for Hazelton. Hazelton with a nice stop up there for Ben Sabruzzi. Sabruzzi trying to get around the checks. Dumps it in. Stopped there by Streeter on the backhand. Sabruzzi takes it back in behind his own net and tried to stuff it out. But that opportunity got spoiled. Still stays in the North Durham end. Late pass for number 42 up into the zone. Coming up over the blue line with Brown. Takes it himself, but it's going to get cornered off by Ethan Maddox. Thrown out in front, and Galton stops it for a face-off. Taylor's going to take the job versus Laird. Laird gets the puck in the corner. Around the boards it goes for Nicholas Perot. Perot trying to chip it out, and he's going to chip it past his hand. Perot picks it up again from the penalty box area. Now he brings it in over the blue line for Hannon. Jack Hannon dropped it for Perot. Again, back for Hannon. Shot. Stopped there by Streeter. There's a rebound for Perot. Poked wide of the net though. Stays in the zone. Moved up through center. Coming over to the other side here is number 19, Touquet, who gets taken down and will get the penalty on the play. Still stays at 4-1, but North Durham will go to the power play with 4:20 remaining. It's going to be Nicholas Perot who goes to the penalty box, so North Durham get a little sign of life. They get a power play, but they drill this one to the Toros, 4-1. Stuck in behind the net. Around the boards it goes. Trying to find that loose puck in behind his own net with a lead pass. Broken up by Sabruzzi. Tried to chip it back in. Taken away by McCoy. McCoy's pass gets collected there by Laird, who comes up over the blue line. Takes it in behind the net. Laird has a loose puck. Laird back to the line for Inferneri. Inferneri gets his opportunity. Loses it as he's got taken down. McCoy's shot. Stopped there by Dalton. Stopped easily as he collected that shot from the line from Inferneri. So Galton has been able to stand tall so far in all the tests that have come his way. He did get beat in the second period on a power play goal by Scott, but he's one of the main reasons why the Toros have a 4-1 lead, because he's kept them in it with some big stops, including that last one from Inferneri on the power play. Knocked down by Inferneri right here in front of us. Over to the other side, playing catch with it with McCoy. Comes Brown into the zone. Brown trying to get it around Davidson. Davidson corners him in behind the net. Brown trying to walk it out of front. Loses it to the Toros. Inferneri keeps it in at the line. His shot got blocked by Taylor and fired all the way down the ice. Great play by Trent Taylor, who blocked the shot and then did the rest by firing it all the way down the ice. 40 seconds left on the penalty to Perot. Doing some work in the corner with Taylor. So a gritty shift for him. Blocked shot, got to clear the puck, and he was also able to keep the puck in there for a couple more seconds. Lewis. Loose puck from the face-off circle, walks it out of front. Backhand shot, thrown at the goal. Here comes an opportunity for Inferneri with a shot. Hacked off, blocked before it hit the goal. Seal with a loose puck. Fires it around, kept in by McCoy. McCoy chipped it deeper for number 42. Number 42 has a man sitting in front. The pass missed him as the Toros got a stick in the way. Fired all the way down the ice. That'll do it for the North Durham power play, and it's another kill for the Toros. McCoy takes it back behind the net. Gonna lose it to Jackman. Logan Jackman chipped it down low for Connor Cole, trying to walk it out in front. Now he's got to do the battle in the corner, get some help with Jackman. Logan Jackman spinning away from the checks with some nice stick work. Chipped it down low for Cole. Connor Cole uses Jackman. He tried to go back to the line for Hazelton, but he got taken away. Late pass broken up there by Aiden Howard, but he can't go after the races as he ran into the infirmary. Picked up by Ford, fired down the ice. That should go for an icing call, and it will. It'll come back into the Toros end with 1:34 left to go. Face-off coming off to the left of Drew Galton. Won by Ford. Gage Ford gets the opportunity to clear it out, gets it up there for Jackman. Logan Jackman with the opportunity to clear it. Now he comes up through center with Aiden Howard. Ships it past the defender, dumps it in behind the net. Jackman chasing that puck in behind the goal with Cole. They're both digging for it, trying to get it free. Comes free to North Durham. They get the opportunity to clear up through center. Nice pass over the stick of Victor. Got Hazelton on the loose puck. There's Cole on there. Tripped up. No penalty on the call as Cole got tripped up. Here comes Hazelton with a pass for Sabrizi. Sends Sabrizi into the zone. Fires it around the net. 45 seconds left to go here in the game. Toros hanging on to a 4-1 lead. Sabrizi backhands it for Riesler. Parker Riesler with a pass for Cameron Ryan. Trying to shoot it. Stopped by Streeter. Rebound for Riesler out in front as they tried to poke it in, but Streeter found it before Parker Riesler could get a stick on it. Face-off gets won by the Toros. Davidson shot. Didn't make it through to the net. Backhand shot. Again, didn't make it through. Davidson keeps it into the line. Quick shot. Stop. Rebound out of front for Cameron Ryan trying to find it as he looked for the hat trick on his stick, but it went wide. We have 15 seconds left. Stuck in behind the goal for Cameron Ryan. Quick shot from Riesler. Stopped by Streeter. There's a rebound out of front. Not going to be found. Kept in by Menko. 5 seconds left. Menko takes a shot. That's going to go wide. And the Toros, minor POA will pick up their first win of the year as they knock off a very good North Durham team. They've now got 1 win and 1 tie on the season. And the next game, the goal scorers in the game will run that down again. Aiden Howard opened it up with a goal. Nicholas Bro scored on the power play. And then another power play goal from Cameron Ryan. And then he closed out the scoring in the third period to make it 4-1, capitalizing on a nice rush by Ben Sabrizi. So we will be back next Saturday at 6:15 when your minor POA Toros take on the Kingston Canadians. Until then, I'm the voice of MJ Broadcasting, Mike Jackman. Stay classy, Clarington. Coming up into the zone, trying to shoot the puck. Goes in behind the net. Try to set it in front. Aiden Howard, a quick shot. Let's go! Toros open up the scoring. As Aiden Howard out in front of the net, snapped away. They might not have been able to see it through the fog, but the Toros take a 1-0 lead. Taken by Maddox. Maddox back down left with Toros trying to walk it out of front. And a nice move to walk it in front. Stopped by Streeter. Rebound goal! Nicholas Bro at the first one won't get ya. The second one will as it goes up. On his own rebound. As makes it 3-0 on the power play goal. Stop getting on the loose puck. Stops on his own. Stop there by Golden with a huge stop. He stopped, point, and stop. Tried to put North Durham on the board, but Drew Galton was having none of that right there. It's there. That's 2-0 for the Toros. And we're going to get another draw off to the right. It's going to be Laird to take it for North Durham. Wins it back for Infirmary. Shot to the left pass. Stop there. Rebound to the front. And they score at the side of the net. That was Stott at the side of the board. Kept it in. Bro. Getting some help with Cameron Ryan. Cameron Ryan. Backhand shot. Goal! Cameron Ryan on the backhand. Finds the 5-hole through Streeter. It's a power play goal for the Toros. For second of the night, makes it 3-1. Jack Hazelton. We're under 10 minutes left to go here in the third now. Ben Sabrizi around a couple of checks. Taking this from the zone end. Sabrizi! Stop! Rebound goal! And the Toros make it 4-1. Cameron Ryan bangs it in. Ben the Blues did all the work with his individual effort, going all the way from his own end. It was a right pass stop from Streeter, but Cam Ryan got an early Christmas present sitting right there in front of him, and he stuffed it in to make it 4-1.